YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. There's some fairly interesting stuff that I'm going to show you actually. And the final thing that I found today was actually an amazing find. So let's just get started though. The first thing I want to show you here is a game that I got from the Tlees. Now this is from a few days back because I actually had this stuff in time for my most recent pickup video and totally forgot the bag. To include this bag, so there's a bunch of stuff in the bag actually, and I just completely forgot about it. So I remembered after I was editing that I actually had more stuff, and so this is one of the things that was in there, and it's the Godfather of the game for the Xbox 360. Pretty cool. I'll probably check out the French manual in here and keep the English one, just because the French manual never fits right. It looks awful. It gets all bent up here, so it's like not the right shape or whatever. I don't know why they made their manuals, French manual, like bigger. It just doesn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, it is complete, and the disc is in pretty reasonable shape too. So that's pretty awesome. Didn't have it in my collection, so that's a welcomed addition for sure. I've heard some pretty good things about this game, so I'll have to check that out and see what it's all about. Moving on from there, I'm trying to remember what order this happened in. The next things that I found actually came from a Value Village, and this is the one that I hit up the other day and found a Dragon Ball Z game. And then I went in the next day and I found this one here, which is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. So there was another Dragon Ball Z game there. Unfortunately, this one here is not complete. It just has the disc, but still a pretty cool pickup, that's for sure. The disc is not in the world's greatest shape. I'll probably have to resurface that, but it may play the way it is. I've seen worse actually play, so we'll see how this one turns out. Hopefully it'll work. And for that one there, I paid $3.99, so I thought that was a pretty good deal right there for sure. Moving on from that, I also at the same time found this title. Now I didn't really need it for my collection, nor did I really want it for my Gamecube collection, but you'll see why I got it in a second here. It's the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I think I already have this in my collection. Actually I have it on the 360, so don't really see the reason to have a Gamecube version of it. But the reason why I got it is, you can see it right up here. There's actually a memory card that came with it, so I'll be able to easily flip this game likely, and I'll be able to keep that memory card for myself, which I was looking for another Gamecube memory card, so that's pretty cool right there. And for that, I also paid $4 because it came from the same shop. So pretty cool deal to get that game card and everything like that, that's for sure. Moving on, I went into, this is the same day mind you, I went into the Goodwill and I picked up this game here, Time Crisis 2. I know Josh from Game Hunters R Us loves these light shooter games. This one's totally complete and it's in pretty decent shape. It's not too bad. All around, it has one of those blue discs on it, so I think this is just a CD-based game. It needs a cleaning, that's for sure, and the case is not perfect. The artwork and everything's perfect, it's just one of the tabs holding the disc in is broken off here, so I'll have to replace that case, but still, you know, pretty good deal right there. I think for this one, I might have paid $5, I'm trying to remember now. Probably $4 or $5 for that one, so I'll say $5 just because I'll err on the side of caution kind of thing. Moving on from there, I was actually in a different Value Village and I decided to pick up a few more comics. This one here I didn't really need to pick up. I was just sort of in a hurry and there was a couple there, so I decided to pick up. It's The Amazing Spider-Man Skating on Thin Ice. Now I don't even think this is like an official comic or something like that. It doesn't strike me as being an official comic. It looks just more like a kid's like health comic or something. It's really weird. Like, it's Canadian to the extreme too. It has like Health Canada stuff on the back of it, where like Spider-Man's saying you know, don't do drugs kind of thing, like a public service announcement. So I think this is something to do with that, but I do for some reason remember it. But you can see like it has the Edmonton Oilers jersey, that kid has the Edmonton Oilers jersey and stuff on it, so it's like distinctly for Canada, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't even have the US value right here, so you tell me. I don't really know a lot about comics, but I thought that was somewhat interesting. What more interests me though are the next two comics. One is Spider-Man Unlimited, and that one there is the fifth one, so that's pretty cool. Again, I'm just going through and I'm going to be using some of the ads out of that for my comic book plan that I'm trying to put together, but it's a really lot of work. And then this one here, the Web of Spider-Man, same kind of idea. I'll be using the ads and stuff like that from it for, you know, my special that I want to put together. So that's pretty cool right there. Something I also picked up at, I'm trying to remember if this was at the same time. Actually, these were at the same time. So the first thing I got here that went along at the same time as I got the comics is Drawn to Life Collection, which is really awesome because I love these Drawn to Life games. I really enjoyed the one on the Wii. Now, it's not, the one on the Wii is not an in-depth game, but it's just tons of fun to like draw your own character and stuff like that. It's really a blast. So I thought I would pick this up just because it has the 2 games on it, and they wanted $6 for it, which is a little steep I think for this one, but at the same time it has 2 games on it, so can't complain about getting, you know, Drawn to Life and then Drawn to Life the next chapter for $3 each. So that's a pretty cool deal right there. So $5.99 for that one. And then I also picked up this here, which is a blue N64 controller. When I first saw it, I thought it was one of those like Famicom rip-off ones because they have like blue handles and stuff like that. I'm glad I took a closer look though, because it's a blue controller. I think it's in pretty good shape. The stick's in pretty decent shape. It's not the tightest I've ever seen, but it's not floppy or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. There it is right there. Should work. Everything looks fairly intact, just a little bit dirty or whatever, but hey, that's my area of expertise, is cleaning this stuff up. So that's that there. For that one there, I'm trying to remember what I paid for that. It was $3.99, so definitely an N64 controller for $4. I'm going to pick that up every single time, especially in the condition that this one's in. Moving on from there, oh no, this was at the same time as well. I picked up this little Donkey Kong figurine. I don't really collect figurines or anything like that, but I couldn't leave them behind. It's just way too cool. This one here was 99 cents, so I'm definitely not going to turn that down for 99 cents. Who knows what I'll do with it though. I don't really have the room to store a lot of figurines and things like that, so I'll probably, you know, end up trading that off or something like that maybe. I don't know if anybody would be interested in it. I have no idea. It just says like Nintendo 2009 on the bottom of it, so I don't know a whole lot about figurines, but still that's pretty cool nonetheless. And then moving on from there, I was in a different Value Village on another day. I'm trying to remember what order this goes in actually, and I found one of these, which is just a Wii AV cable, and I paid $3 for it, but I thought, you know what, it's definitely worth it. Someone's actually put a zip tie on there to hold it all together, which is kind of nice. And there you go right there. It looks pretty decent to me for $3. Why not? And then for sorry, for $4. Yeah, sorry, that was $3, $2.99. And this was also there for $2.99, which is a Game Boy Advance SP. What do you call it? Charger? Yeah. So Game Boy Advance SP charger for $2.99. Pretty good deal as well. Everything looks intact here. It should work. Always looking for these, so that's an awesome deal right there. I think I have at least more than enough of those now for the systems that I have. And moving on, I found out of Talese just a number of different in the tech cases, I guess you call them. They're just DS, loose DS cases. So if you have loose DS games, you can put them in there. So that's pretty cool. There's 4 of them all together, and for that I paid 99 cents. So you know, like 25 cents each. Might as well for something like that. And then today's finds were pretty awesome actually. Just a couple of items. The last one's really good. The first thing that I found when I went into the Goodwill was this year's Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, but actually on the inside of it, it's just Crash Bandicoot. So this was a, obviously somebody's mixed up their discs or whatever, but I do believe I have a case for Crash Bandicoot. I can't guarantee that. And I may have an extra disc of Crash Bandicoot 2. So I might be able to complete a couple of things. I'm hoping I'm able to. But the disc on Crash Bandicoot is, well, somewhat reasonable. It's not too bad. It's somewhat scratched up, but I might be able to fix it. We'll have to see. I'm going to try it out first to see if it actually plays. But nonetheless, still pretty cool find, I think, there for $2. Wicked deal. And then the last item of the day, probably the best find of everything here, is I found a copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And although I'm not a Pokemon fan, I do know the value of these things, so this is pretty cool. It's totally complete. Manual's not in perfect shape, and everything really needs to be clean because it seems to be a little bit of something or other on the manual, but that's that. The disc is in so-so condition. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible or anything like that either, so that's awesome. For that one there, I paid $6, so really appreciating that. Now, somebody in the Goodwill is attempting, although very, I don't know what you want to call it, like pathetically, is I guess the word, trying to hide these titles, because in my last pickup video you saw the Wario Woods game, and this game as well, and the way that I found them was they were actually faced inward on the shelf, and then someone had put stuff in front of them, but the stuff that they put in front of it, I could see like the Gamecube thing at the top, so obviously I'm going to go after that, but they were trying to hide them, and this one was also faced the same direction, so I think they're somebody that's working there knows the values of these and probably collects them or something like that themselves, but they can't buy them immediately, so what they're doing is they're putting them on the shelf, but they're just trying to hide them a little bit, and hopefully like maybe they'll have the day off or get off their shift or something, and then they'll be able to buy it. But I keep finding them, so you know, I'll just keep checking their secret spot or whatever. And finding good games, because there's another one that's I don't know if I'm going to definitely add it into my collection because I'm not a Pokemon fan. I will check this one out just because it looks kind of interesting, but I may end up trading that off down the road, but definitely an excellent find for $6, that's for sure. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.